Warrior Island. On a mysterious island, grandmasters of martial arts train 16 fighters from around the world. The fighters train and fight for your vote, and you help decide their fate by voting online. Who will become the ultimate island warrior? Where great warriors are discovered and fans have a voice.
Welcome to Warrior Island.
We are here live at Warrior Island, and tonight, for the first time in history, you, the fans, get a voice and help decide which fighters get to come to Warrior Island and train with the masters and grandmasters of martial arts to compete to become the ultimate island warrior.
That's right, fans. For the very first time, you at home get to go onto your social media, watch these fights on your television. Every Saturday, 10 p.m., you're going to watch the fights. Find your favorite fighter and vote for that fighter up to 10 times on the Warrior Island Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, on the warriorisland.info. Get in there and vote for your favorite fighters, because these fighters are going to fight as hard as they can as warriors to get your vote to come to the island. The 16 winners will travel to the island. They will train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon, Dan the Beast Severn, UFC veteran, Orlando Rivera, Renzo Gracie, Helsing Gracie, Sifu Chow, Sifu Lau. I mean, the list goes on of some of the greatest grandmasters of martial arts and fight coaches in the world. And they're going to fight on the island and train on the island, not in a cage, not in a sound studio, but in the sand, in the water, in the jungle, mountains, caves. It's real warriors who have to fight no matter where they are. But more importantly than the fighting, they have to learn character, to be a good person, learn the Tiki code, to learn respect, honor, empathy, integrity, all the things that a real world warrior should have. You've been given the ability to fight, to be a warrior. Use it for good, not for evil.
Yeah, anybody who has followed martial arts for any amount of time will know that the names that Ronan James Jefferson just mentioned are the best in the world. I've known you for a long time, James Jefferson, for well over 10 years. When you told me about the idea for Warrior Island, the first thing that came to mind is this is a winner.
Absolutely. We're going to go. We went to venues all around the world. We found some of the great promotions. We found some of the great fighters. We filmed these fighters for you. Now you're going to get to vote for them watching the fights tonight. So every Saturday at 10 p.m., you'll tune into the Warrior Island Fight Night, and you're going to watch and get excited about getting these fighters onto the island.
So tell us a little bit about what people can actually see when they actually tune into Warrior Island. What's the first thing they'll see as the show develops?
Well, on the fight night, you're going to see 3-4 really good fights every fight night. But then when these fighters get voted on by you to come to the island, they'll arrive by boat. They'll come onto the island, have to show respect to the grandmasters. Then right out of the get-go, they're going to be training. They're going to be dieting. They're going to be learning all this code for the better character. And all along, you as the fans on the Warrior Island show are going to give them more things, like maybe more rest, more nutrition, more protein, maybe a massage. If they don't earn your respect, if they're not showing good character, we might wake them up in the middle of the night, give them a little bit less water, less protein. So they have to earn all these different things, kind of like some of these movies out there, like Death Race or Hunger Games. So some of that great stuff, but it's going to be real life with real fighters, and not in a cage, not in a soundstage, on a real island and real fighting.
You mentioned something earlier that I think is so important to drill down a little bit on, and that is the respect. I've been very fortunate to be commentating fights for almost 20 years now. When I talk to the fighters and we go aside and we get them to become a little more forthright, they start telling me a little bit about their lives. Martial arts not just helps keep them out of trouble, keep them out of jail. They actually say it saved my life. The happiness, the moving with the body, it gives them a place to channel their energy in a good form rather than in a bad way.
Absolutely. So tonight you're going to see that. You're going to see fighters fighting, and they're fighting for you. So it might not be the winner you vote for. You may vote for the loser because that person showed better heart, better spirit, desire, good character, and then they'll develop better fighting skills with the grandmasters that we mentioned.
And real quickly, as we get out, the other important element here that has never been done in the history of martial arts content and martial arts television, you, the fan, actually get to have a voice for the first time. This is an interactive show. The fans actually get to tell you who stays and who doesn't stay on the island.
It's amazing. So you have to watch the fights tonight. You have to vote. Don't wait. be interactive and have a voice. So where great warriors are discovered and you, the fan, have a voice.
All I can think to do now is go watch some great fights. Can we go see some fights?
Let's go to the fight.
Let's hit it!
Warning. The following TV show contains combative sports scenes that some viewers may find disturbing. While we are working with these warriors to teach them the Tiki Code, it's a process. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy, and don't forget to vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info. That's warriorisland.info.
On a mysterious hidden island, fighters from around the world who have been voted by you, the fans, will travel to train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. These fighters from every corner of the globe will compete and battle each other while learning the Tiki Code. Every week, fighters will train and fight using all forms of martial arts: karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, boxing, and wrestling, and more. Until only one fighter will remain standing to become the ultimate island warrior. Welcome to Warrior Island.
Be prepared to behold the highest heights of excellence in competitive combat sports. Right now, folks, we have a 25-year-old who has a 1-0 record after his victory at Global Proving Ground 25. He stands at 5'11" and weighs 151 pounds. He represents American MMA and hails from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. In the blue corner, Mada. His opponent is 18-year-old with a 1-0 record from a victory in fact from Global Proving Ground 23 earlier this year. He stands at 5'11" and weighs 154 pounds. Representing Renzo Gracie Shootabox from Newark, New Jersey by way of Brazil. In the red corner, Victor Baby Joker Azeredo.
Thank you for those particulars, Mr. Stephen Peacock. This is a 155-pound amateur fight scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Round number 1. Here we go.
Round 1.
Screen, Ross Mada, the taller of the two. And on the right-hand side of your screen, Victor Baby Joker Azeredo. Nice and swift kick from Azeredo. Azeredo looks very fluid, has a very impressive pedigree. His family out of Brazil and now here in the States, trying to get your vote, wanting to make it on to the Warrior Island and get trained by some of the best, already trained by some of the best over at Renzo Gracie's Academy in New York. And Ross Mada over at American MMA. Both of these lightweights trying to get your vote. Mada weighed in at 151 pounds. And Azeredo also easily making the 155-pound limit at 154. Nice combination there, sets up the single leg, big dump for Baby Joker into side control. Great work from the 18-year-old lightweight. Now looking to free up that hand grip around the back of his neck. You can see Mada with the right leg up, trying to prevent the mount. He's going to want to clear that leg if he wants mount, but he might just be happy with side control. Into the north-south position, fishing for a head, an arm choke. Looking to set it up right now, trying to tighten it up. Good defense so far from Ross Mada out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey. But Mada in some trouble here. dominating positioning here for Victor Azeredo, now into full side control without the arm around the back of his neck. So far, good job by Mada preventing the mount at the 1 minute mark left to go in the opener here at Warrior Island. Hope you're enjoying the fight so far. I'm Jordan J. Adams, your Warrior Island commentator. North-south dominant position for Azeredo. Keep in mind, this is an amateur fight. He cannot rain elbows down onto the face from this position. And even if he does get mount, he will be prevented from ground and pound. He can pound the body, but he cannot pound the face. But looking content here just to grind out a round win here, knee on belly, and see he can't let those hands go. Oh, now that, he's lucky he didn't connect with that soccer kick. You cannot kick a downed opponent in the face. Now, both of Mada's knees were on the canvas, and that would have been a DQ. It would have been horrible for Victor Azeredo. He would have been disqualified. He is undefeated as round number 1 comes to a halt. There you see the corner of Mada. Mada will be getting his in-between round adjustments pretty much handled in that first round by the 18-year-old Victor Azeredo. Here you see action from round number 1. Good combination, setting up the single leg into the dump, had the high crotch, dumping down and going into side control fluidly. Very impressive transition game for the 18-year-old, and there you see him getting his in-between work from Team Henzo Gracie. Victor Azeredo already with 3 wins. He has wins over Zach Kulikowski and Joseph Coles, and there you see him getting ready for round number 2.
Round 2.
Victor Azeredo on the left-hand side of your screen, fighting out of the red corner. He's got the blue board shorts. And Ross Mada with the black shorts and blue gloves. Here we go. Mada's got to make some changes here. He's got to make some adjustments. He was handling the first round. It's already emergency time. You only have 3 minutes per round to try to change things up into the over-under for the lightweights. And Azeredo pressing Mada up against the cage. Back into the over-under, looking to change levels. Good defense so far from Mada. He's got that left arm under the right arm, trying to crank Azeredo up and prevent the takedown. But Azeredo able to change levels and dump Mada on his head. Beautiful takedown again by Baby Joker into side control. He's going to try to probably take mount this time, and he does. He decided he wanted to do a little bit more with that side control this time around. He's got both hooks sunk in, sitting heavy. He's got good heavy work, good top heavy work. Going to make it really tough for Mada to get out of this position. You can see right around now, if this was a professional fight, the elbows would be flying. Looks like he's fishing for the armbar. Good defense there from Mada. For a second, Mada almost got out, but Azeredo was having none of it. Goes back into full mount and has both hooks sunk in again with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go in the second round. Mada has wins over Thomas Croissant and Niles Fuller, and trying as best he can here to come up with a win over Victor Azeredo. Azeredo now lobbing punches down onto the shoulders. He's warned by the referee. One of those punches came pretty close to Mada's face. You have to be extremely careful because the refs and the Athletic Commission are very much in the job of protecting amateur fighters. The amateur fighters, as they should be, are brought up slowly, and a fight will be called much more quickly if it's an amateur fight. You're not going to let a warrior take a lot of punishment. They just don't have the experience to weather the storm most of the time. Boy, that arm is there for Azeredo if he wants it. You see he's fishing for it now. He says, you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. He's got 15 seconds to finish big or go for the armbar. He's going to stretch it out right here, and it's over! It is over. It was offered up one too many times for Victor Baby Joker Azeredo, who remains undefeated. And Azeredo is absolutely stoked to come up with his third win in a row here in Warrior Island. Beautiful win. Armbar tap out at the 2-minute and 50-second mark of round number 2. Victor Azeredo now with wins over Ross Mada, Zach Krulikowski, and Joseph Coles at just 18 years old. And here was the beginning of the end for Ross Mada. Mada just giving those arms up. And finally, Azeredo said, if you're going to give it to me on a silver platter, I'm going to take it. Stretches him out effortlessly. Textbook Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu submission for young Victor Baby Joker Azeredo. Remaining undefeated. Go online and vote for this young warrior now. If you were impressed by this 18-year-old's ability, put him on the island. He can train with Ron Van Cleef, Dan Severn. He's already training with Renzo Gracie in New York. He'll also be joining Orlando Rivera, Sifu Jason Lau, Sifu Chow, Sifu Simak, and more. Let's make this one official.
This bout is stopped at 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the second round. The winner by submission by way of armbar came out of the red corner, Victor Baby Joker Azeredo!
Good respect there shown by Victor Baby Joker Azeredo. And action from the beginning of the end. You saw that great takedown there. I love how he set up the takedown with the combination. Didn't just go in blindly. Set it up with the combo, switched levels, dumped Ross on his head into side control, and then he was able to take him out pretty easily in the second round. A couple of punches to the midsection to soften him up. Switching over to the armbar, puts the right leg over the face, left leg over the diaphragm, stretches out the left arm of Ross Mada, and it's just academic from that moment forward.
Go vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Warrior Island.
Hey fans, it's Ronan here at Warrior Island. I've got a big contest for you. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote, we're gonna give you a special code. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote can win first prize. that's coming to Warrior Island, and you get to train with one of the Grand Masters of martial arts. Hemzo Gracie, Helsing Gracie, Ron Van Cleef, Dan the Beast Severn. We have so many Grand Masters here, and you get to pick one. You're going to train with them, and you're going to get unbelievable knowledge. We have 5 second prizes. That's $100 gift certificate for Xbox or for PlayStation. We have 10 third place prizes, which is all 6 issues of Warrior Island, the comic book, autographed by the Grandmasters. So you get yourself onto WarriorIsland.com, you register to vote, and you vote for all the fighters that you like, and you can do it. And I'll see you at Warrior Island.
Hi, I'm David Nemiroff, one of the masters at Warrior Island, and I have a task for you. I want you to go to www.warriorisland.com, register and vote for your favorite fighters to come train with me. Are you up for the challenge?
First fighter is a 25-year-old who is making his debut appearance. He stands at 5'4" and weighs 134 pounds. Representing Fox MMA Team Balance Voorhees, in the blue corner, Nick Micro Machine Uva. His opponent is a 20-year-old who has a 1-2 record. He stands at 5'4" and weighs 135 pounds. Representing NYCFC and hailing from Brooklyn, New York, in the red corner, Dante.
This next fight is in the bantamweight. That's 135 pounds on the left-hand side of your screen in the blue trunks with the blue gloves, Nick Uva and his opponent Dante de Grazia. Round 1, here we go.
Round 1.
De Grazia on the top of your screen with the red gloves, black and gray board shorts, and Uva with the blue trunks and blue gloves. This fight's going for 3 3-minute rounds at 135 pounds. De Grazia with heavy hands, been known to knock out opponents in his young amateur career. Fighting the debuter, Nick Uva, making his debut here tonight. 25 years old and already shooting the double. We'll see if he has a chance to get it. Kind of didn't really have a chance to think it out. It might be more of a grind as he takes De Grazia down. De Grazia fighting it, trying to sprawl, but gets the level change, and up and down to the canvas goes De Grazia. Side control now for Nick Uva. Micro Machine now. Side control looking to pass and try to take mount if possible. De Grazia defending. Now trying to go for the lift. Good defense from De Grazia. Great work there. Not much there for Uva. De Grazia probably going to fight the wrists and looks to most likely get out of this position unless Uva can pull guard. But no, De Grazia, good defense. De Grazia from downtown with the wild combination, but he hadn't closed the distance yet. No head movement on the approach. Just kind of a wild haymaker shot, and he paid the price for it, as now he's back into the inferior position, fighting off his back and having to try to prevent Uva from taking full mount. Hey, don't forget Warrior Island comic book series at warriorisland.info. We're very excited to share it. Buy a comic, save the world. A minute to go here in the opener. It's been all Nick Uva. Uva with wins over Adam Prieto, Ivan Gonzalez, trying to come up with a win here over Dante de Grazia. Grazia looking to cage walk. You see him look over to his corner. He says, I've got the cage. Back to his feet. He's a tough out. He has dangerous hands, and Uva knows it. And Uva's fighting a very strategic fight right now. Going to his bread and butter. Uva's more the ground guy. And Uva looking to change levels here and try to get one more takedown at the 10-second warning. And put a little exclamation point on the round, and boom, he does. Beautiful job by Micro Machine. Another dump to the canvas goes to Grazia, and that is exactly what your corner coaches you to do. You know they're happy with the way he had good cage awareness. He had clock awareness. Heard the 10-second warning, wanted to put a little exclamation point onto the round in case the judges were having difficulty deciding who won it. Good sprawl initially from de Grazia, but too strong is Nick Uva. Shooting the single, now he's got the high crotch, changes levels, and the takedown. Probably hearing from his corner, give me more of the same. Dante de Grazia is going to have to close the distance a little more strategically.
Round 2.
And here we go, round number 2. Again, from way downtown, de Grazia. Now de Grazia getting on his bike a little bit, little Ali shuffle. Demonstrating some good footwork. He's definitely the stand-up fighter. Although I have been impressed with the way he's been able to get back to his feet when Uva does take him to the canvas. Right now, not learning from his mistakes in round number 1, shooting from way outside in just kind of a lazy pod out right hand. Pays the price yet again for it. He keeps putting himself in a hole where he has to get up. And now the combination from Uva. Uva let his hands go. Left, right. Left, right. Beautiful combination there from Uva. Good defense from de Grazia. Didn't really get tagged with anything. Again, a big flailing overhand right. And Uva's got that all day long. Uva has ducked underneath every one of those overhand rights. And de Grazia's got to get some head work going. He's got to get some nice tight combinations. He's got to stay at distance. When he runs and leaps in at Uva like that, Uva takes him down every time. It's not working for de Grazia. He's got to make that adjustment. Scooping up the legs is Uva. Now Uva posturing up, trying to get heavy on de Grazia. I do like de Grazia's butterfly guard, and I do like de Grazia's defense off his back, but he's tempting fate. Side control now for Uva. Every time de Grazia puts himself in this bad situation, he's tempting fate. Uva's got a good submission game, and he's got to be careful. Again, up high now for Uva. Uva looking to pass the guard. Good work from Nick Micro Machine Uva. Now with the head crank, letting hands go again, another combination. Those are nice tight punches from Uva. All day long. The overhand right, Uva ducks underneath it, shoots the double or shoots the single, and dumps de Grazia and puts him in danger. All day long. Nick Uva with wins over Adam Prieto and Ivan Gonzalez. "10-second warning."
And now Grazia trying to get something going here. With 5 seconds to go. End of round number 2. Getting a look at action from round number 2. You see in slow motion Nick Uva letting his hands go. Good defense by Dante Grazia. None of that really hurt him. Defending well isn't going to win you the fight, and I'm pretty sure his in-between rounds adjustments between rounds 2 and 3, he's got to press Uva up against the cage. He's got to impose his will.
Round 3.
Uva's been able to walk through those big looping overhand rights and ducks them, and he closes the distance effortlessly. There's no penalty that is paid by Nick Uva. And now Uva letting his hands go. Uppercut, uppercut, 3, 4, 5 right uppercuts in a row for Nick Uva. Unanswered by Grazia. Grazia with little rabbit punches. Pressing the action is Nick Uva, making his debut here tonight. You heard the crowd throughout round 1 and 2 chanting Uva, Uva. And now Uva changing levels again, trying to pick that left leg of Grazia. Grazia getting heavy on the top of Uva. Good defense so far from Dante Grazia. 1 and 2. Hey, when you go to warriorisland.info, you're going to see all kinds of cool stuff. You're going to learn all about Warrior Island. You will have the opportunity to vote for your favorite fighter. You'll learn all about the Tiki Code. You'll learn about our comic book artists. You can shop for Warrior Island swag. Learn all about our grandmasters, our heroes, videos, fighters, photos, and more. Learn all about Warrior Island at warriorisland.info. That's warriorisland.info. 20 years old, Grazia has plenty of time to work his game and develop some strategy and more sophisticated skill sets. It's very important to remember he's just 20. Nice flying knee there from Uva. Nice stiff left hand from Uva. Uva now pressing Grazia up against the cage. Grazia's running out of time, he's running out of ideas, and he's running out of energy. It is go time in the final minute for Dante Grazia. He has dug himself a hole and he's trying to dig his way out of it. He does not seem to have the tricks and the tools to be able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here with just 35 seconds to go in the fight. Uva now wisely playing a little more conservatively. It's not incumbent upon Uva to press the action. He should be on his bicycle right now. Uva now on his bike smartly. There's no reason to take a big risk. He's built up a big lead now. The urgency is on Grazia's part, and just a timely, if he can finish off this double leg, he'll just put the biggest exclamation point on the round and on the fight. And with 5 seconds to go, he dumps Grazia for what most likely will be a 30-27 win for the debuting Nick the Micro Machine Uva. Beautiful work there by the 25-year-old in front of his hometown fans, who have been chanting his name throughout the fight. And he's taking a much-deserved victory lap. Congratulations go out to Nick Uva, barring any kind of wild and wacky judge's decision. He should be walking away. And conversely, Dante Grazia will have to go back to the drawing board. But remember, just 20 years old, he showed huge heart out there. Even had good sense of humor at the beginning of the fight. Mugging up for the camera, always fought loosely. Let's see who won this bantamweight matchup between Nick Uva and Dante Grazia.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, came from the blue corner.
Well, it was just academic. The judges saw it as the rest of us saw it. 30-27 action from the fight, high crotch. And this was the story, on the feet all day long for Uwe. Uwe wanted to prove hands after a while. He proved his ground game early. He proved that he could ground Grazia whenever he needed to. Nice stiff left jab from Uwe. Uwe able to change levels when he needed to. Able to let his hands go when he needed to. And he wins his debut fight tonight.
Vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Warrior Island.
Hey fans, it's Ronan here at Warrior Island. I've got a big contest for you. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote, we're gonna give you a special code. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote can win first prize. That's coming to Warrior Island, and you get to train with one of the Grand Masters of martial arts. Hemzo Gracie, Helson Gracie, Ron Van Cleef, Dan the Beast Severin. We have so many Grand Masters here, and you get to pick one. You're gonna train with them, and you're gonna get unbelievable knowledge. We have 5 second prizes. That's $100 gift certificate for Xbox or for PlayStation. We have 10 third place prizes, which is all 6 issues of Warrior Island, the comic book, autographed by the Grand Masters. So you get yourself onto warriorisland.com, you register to vote, and you vote for all the fighters that you like, and you can do it. And I'll see you at Warrior Island.
Hi, I'm the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef. Vote for your favorite fighters at warriorisland.com. Be there or be square. Warrior Island is the best event in this world. If you want to see who you really are, if you want to test your mettle, come to Warrior Island and train with me, the Black Dragon.
We have a 22-year-old who seeks his first win. Standing at 5'7" and weighing 137.9 official pounds, he represents Extreme Fight Club. Hailing from the Bronx, New York, in the blue corner, the rebellious Mark Rommero. His opponent is a 19-year-old fighter making his MMA debut. He stands at 5'7" and weighs 138.3 pounds. Representing Hands Up Studios right here in Voorhees, New Jersey. He hails from East Hampton, New Jersey. In the red corner, Dean Sparkles Johnson.
Okay, good job with those particulars, Stephen Peacock, in this catchweight fight, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds at a catchweight of 140 pounds.
Round 1.
Automatically shooting the single is Dean Sparkles Johnvin, taking Mark Rommero down to the canvas. Johnvin in the green and black Muay Thai trunks fighting out of the red corner, going into side control here. And the rebellious Mark Rommero fighting out of the blue corner, has his left leg up trying to prevent any guard pass. Trying to get that right leg. Johnvin trying to free up that right leg to go into the full mount. Good job there by Rommero, establishing the half guard, closing up the legs, preventing that right leg of Johnvin from freeing up. Johnvin making his debut here tonight. Just 19 years old, weighed in at 138.3 pounds, fighting out of Hands Up Studio in Voorhees, New Jersey. They call him Sparkles, Dean Jonvin. Obviously with Muay Thai heritage, sporting those green and black Muay Thai trunks. You can see right there, trying to fish for the arm is the rebellious Mark Rommero. Good active guard for the 22-year-old from the Bronx. He weighed in at 137.9 pounds. You can see Jonvin trying to pin the leg of Rommero. Interesting stand-up by the referee. It looked like Jonvin was keeping plenty busy. And right back down into top control again for Jonvin. He said, look, this is where I was supposed to be. Shouldn't have stood me up in the first place. Going right back to side control. There's nothing there for Rommero. Rommero now closing up the guard. Good job there with 1 minute left to go here in the opener in Voorhees, New Jersey. You are watching Warrior Island. I'm Jordan J. Adams, your Warrior Island commentator. You can vote for either of these 140-pounders tonight. Go to warriorisland.info for more information on how you can support them in becoming the warrior that they want to be. Train with some of the best masters on the face of the planet. warriorisland.info for all that information. 30 seconds to go. And you can see Sparkles, Jonvin trying to posture up to the feet. Go the 140-pounders to the center of the cage. Jonvin walking Rommero over to his corner. Beautiful slam there. Almost knocked himself out, though. His head was pretty low from my angle. It looked like he bounced his head off the canvas. He's lucky he didn't go to sleep. Trying to set up the guillotine choke was Rommero, but ran out of time in the opening round. Hey, don't forget to vote for your favorite fighter. You can vote up to 10 times every week, but on Super Tuesdays, you can vote as much as you want. Fighters must follow the Tiki Code: honor, respect, humility, integrity, and much more. Go to warriorisland.info for more information. Here you see the big dump. It was great how Dean Jonvin had the cage sensibility to walk Rommero over to his own corner to get advice from his corner and dump Rommero in front of his own corner. Visit Warrior Island, the comic series, and learn about the Tiki Code. Get your comics at warriorisland.info. Round number 2. Here we go.
Round 2.
Good sportsmanship being shown there by both these 140-pounders. To the center of the cage. Nice combination there from Rommero, letting his hands go. But Jonvin again with the takedown. Jonvin able to take Rommero down when he needs to. Rommero going for the tip, but actually ends up in a worse position now in half guard. We'll see if Jonvin can posture up, looking to let his hands go. Oh, beautiful job there by Rommero, trying to transition over to side control himself. And now looking to possibly mount, he falls into the half guard of Jonvin. So from side control, we'll have a chance to watch Rommero work from his best position of the fight for sure. Now Rommero looking to posture up, and Jonvin the one trying to keep Rommero from posturing up and doing damage here at the 2-minute mark of round number 2. Rommero laying nice and heavy on Jonvin. Good work. Rommero does have submissions as he looks to get that right leg free. Full mount now for the rebellious one. The rebellious Mark Rommero letting his hands go with full mount and hooks sunk in, now fishing for the Americana. The key lock is there for Mark Rommero. Rommero trying to sink it in with 1.5 minutes to go in the second round. Plenty of time to try to finish off this submission. Jonvin looks like he could be in some pain here. Jonvin not offering up anything in forms of defense. That is a nasty Americana. It's over! Mark Rommero comes up with his first submission win and his first win inside the cage, and shows great sportsmanship, coming back over to make sure that Dean Jonvin was okay, but Jonvin is not okay. Clearly, he's in a lot of pain as he spits up his mouth guard. He was pretty casual on his back and wasn't offering really
any defense to Rommero, who is getting tighter and tighter with the Americana. But Rommero just 100% concerned for Jonvin right now. He just keeps looking over and asking, is he okay? Now finally he looks to his family to give a thumbs up, but his primary concern right now, you see him asking the referee, is Jonvin okay? Here's where Jonvin really not offering much up, and at this point forced to tap out. Tap or snap. It was the shoulder. He was reaching for his shoulder. You never know if it's going to be the elbow, the wrist, or the shoulder. In that case, the pain was in the right shoulder for Dean Jonvin. Jonvin's up. He's okay. And that makes Mark Rommero very happy. Rommero coming up with his first win, and that is Jonvin's first loss. Let's go cage side. Steve Peacock. Let's make this one official.
This bout is stopped at 1 minute and 42 seconds of the second round. Winner by submission by way of Americana. Came out of the blue corner, the rebellious Mark Rommero.
Vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
My name is Taj, I'm Black Spartan of Abdul Hakim. I've been fighting all my life since I was 4 years old. My parents were fighters, my uncles, my grandfather was a prize fighter. I want to be on this show because it's in my blood, it's in my DNA. And I just love it. I'm Taj Black Spartan of Abdul Hakim. I got 7 knockouts, 1 submission. Who you gonna vote for?
Round 1.
Bilbrovka yet. Great night of fights. I'm Jordan J. Adams saying we'll see you next time on Warrior Island.
Oh, what a great night of fights. You know, some real unexpected turnouts there, but everything was fantastic. And what character and heart these athletes showed out there tonight.
Unbelievable. You know, sometimes you go into a fight and you look at, check out these fighters. You got your favorite fighter. You think one's going to win, but it doesn't end up that way because sometimes, you get a rear naked choke, you get a knockout, you just don't expect it. But what you do though, you see these fighters, you see that they have more respect.
Yes.
Here. We search out the promotions around the world. We search out the fighters, the coaches, the dojos of people that show the respect, the honor, the empathy of what it would take to come to Warrior Island, fighting for your voted home, to get that vote, and then to go to Warrior Island, train with these masters, and that's what this is all about. So this week you watch these fighters, you're gonna go vote for them. Hey, next week you might see another fighter, but it's all about you, the fans, and then the character of these fighters in the cage to bring them to Warrior Island.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point there, James. For the fans at home who are watching and getting ready to vote, you don't necessarily have to vote for the winner of the fight. There may have been an athlete in there tonight that showed so much heart, showed so much character, that you actually want to vote for them, even though they may not have won their particular fight. Just based on their character, you're compelled to vote for them.
It's a great point, and Jay, that's why we have the Tiki Code, the code of honor, the Tiki Code of respect, the Tiki Code of integrity, empathy. Just because you were born with this ability to be a great warrior fighter doesn't mean you knock somebody down. It actually shows more power to pick somebody up when they're down. And you'll notice that we kind of gravitate towards those kinds of fighters, those warriors, and that's what you should look for. Someone that stands out as a good character person or needs development and work. And that's what they do. So you're going to vote up to 10 times on all the social media.
All right, well, to do that, you're going to want to go to warriorisland.info, and he's going to let you vote 10 times. So take advantage of that. Get to that website right now.
So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, vote. We want you to have a voice up to 10 times per device.
All right, what can we look forward to next week on Warrior Island?
You know what? This has been a great night of fights, but we have one every week. So tune in every week. You have new fighters, new venues around the world, whether it's Portugal, whether it's London, whether it's different spots in the United States. We will search the world and globe for this. And here's the other thing. You don't just have to vote for fighters in these cages. You can have fighters on YouTube that aren't even in the cage that you can vote for. So even the fighters at home and promoters at home, you can upload videos and fights to us from around the world. And we have wild cards where you can actually make the island and not even be in the cage.
Oh my God, amazing. Well, next week you're not going to want to miss it. I want to personally thank you, Ronan James Jefferson, for putting this together. It's a great vision. You're helping the world. You're helping all these athletes. Thank you so much. I can't wait for next week.
You're a great partner, man. Not once did I try to have to defend any kicks or punches or chokes from Mr. J. Adams, one of the best in the world in decades of commentating. But great to have him here. He's our Jeff Probst.
We'll see you next time on Warrior Island.
Fighter at warriorisland.info.